Anybody that's not flexible is supposed to be able to do that. Hi guys, Tom Morrison here, and today we're going to give you an awesome hip mobility drill that's going to increase your flexibility but also your hip strength as well in multiple directions. So it's absolutely magic. So what we're going to do first of all is get our foot up on a box. You can use your stairs for this as well, or a chair, absolutely fine if you don't have a box at home. Not many people do. First things first, both feet are facing forward, your heel is on whatever it is you're using, and your toe is pointed up to the sky. Very first thing you're going to do is just bend that back leg a little bit and see where you can get to. See if you can feel a bit of a stretch in your hamstring on the straight leg. Have a soft bend in your knee, and also what I want you to start doing in all of these positions, don't start thinking about sets and reps with this. I want you to start feeling your hips, get in touch with your hips. What you're going to do is actively push your heel into whatever it is you're using for like 15% power, maybe 17.3% power, just a little bit so that you start to feel your hamstring working. This is really good for people that struggle with their like insertion points of their joints and things. What you're then going to do is bring yourself back up to standing. You're then going to open up the hip of the standing leg, and then you're going to just squat yourself down a little. Now, not at the very start, you're not going to be as low as Jenny can at the very start, but over time you'll start to be able to get down into a much lower position. But what you'll probably look like at the start, if Jenny just exaggerates a little bit for me, is almost like you're doing a little curtsy, like that, okay? So that'll probably be as far as you feel like you can get, and you'll feel that enough in your hips. Same idea, put a bit of tension into it, drag your heel in, make sure you're feeling the muscles. You'll probably feel it a little bit more on the inside of the thigh on this position. Then bring yourself back up to standing again. Then you're going to turn the foot like this way. So you're internally rotating your hip. Whenever you're going this way with the hip, you're internally rotating the hip. So now the side of your foot is on whatever it is you're using, and you just bend the knee in that same way. And it'll feel a little bit more intense up and around here probably for you. Again, drag in that little bit. See, can you create tension? Imagine there was like a Swiss ball in between your legs. You're trying to squeeze the Swiss ball in between your legs. The last one is just a rear elevated split squat. What you're going to do, put your foot on the box. You can have your toe on, or you can have the flat of the top of your foot on, and you're just going to squat yourself down. Most people will probably be able to do this one. If you struggle with your balance, hold on to something that can help you keep your balance. But if not, and you're okay, it's great to work on your single leg balance as well. And then you just swap sides. So you go to the other leg, same idea, start with the leg nice and straight, bend the knee ever so slightly, push into the box, try and create a bit of tension, try and feel the muscles actually working, okay? So it's great to improve your range of motion, but it's also important to maintain strength as well as you do that, okay? If you feel after a few sets you're able to get lower, happy days. Then you just turn the foot to the side, or sorry, not foot out to the side, sorry, and then you squat yourself as low as you can get again until you feel that little bit of a stretch, and just hang out there, drag in, and then you internally rotate the foot again and see how low you can get down, and again drag in, and then just turn the foot again and go down into that rear foot elevated split squat like that. Okay, so you're working on a bunch of different things here. You're working on your hip in its entirety. You're moving the hip joint around in all the ways that it can move. Phenomenal drill to start working on, and will really build strength and flexibility, and over time you'll start to see that you're able to get lower. So if Jenny goes for one more nice little low one, can she create a bit of tension in the bottom? Oh, she rised a bit. Oh, she rised a bit. So absolutely awesome drill. It will get better over time. You're not, the first time you ever do it, like I said, you'll just probably do a little bit of a curtsy, but the more you practice it, the more range of motion you'll start to get. And if you're always adding that tension in, you're going to build a much more stable hip that is able to do cool stuff and have fun all day long until you are rocking the world.